July 4th. This is episode, 26, Easton? I think 26 of the Jerry and Eli Show. To my left or to your right is Jerry, Paranormal Base on Twitter. I am Eli. Presented obviously by Heavy Hitter Media Company, djanalytics.com/ No, that's wrong. Whatever. You'll get it. What's up, Jerry? How's it going, buddy?
I mean, what's going on with you? Are you having a midlife crisis?
So hang on. You get the stream. No midlife crisis. No midlife crisis.
You can't even say crisis. You're bombed.
Midlife crisis. We went to the beach 2:00, and I started drinking beer. I'll be honest with you. First of all, so it's gonna be a fun one, guys. And it wasn't that Coors Light that I usually drink. Have you ever had this, Jerry? Oberon American Wheat Ale.
No.
Listen, there are jokes about me being an alcoholic. It's not true. I'm not an alcoholic. If I had these, if I bought these every time, don't buy these, dude. I would definitely. These are so good. It is crazy how good this beer is, and it's way stronger than Coors Light. Yeah, 5.8. I think Coors is 3 point something. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride. I'm from Michigan. I love outstanding beer. Outstanding. We're in South Haven at the moment. Basically, in between South Haven and Saugatuck. He's the upper. Jerry, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna interrupt the hell out of you tonight. Probably. I can't control it. Drunk. I don't think I'm. I guess I might be a little drunk. Everybody that thinks I'm drunk all the time, not the case. I actually wouldn't call myself drunk on this episode, but this is as close as I've been probably on every show on any show ever. What are they called again? I think it's pronounced Oberon American Wheat Ale. Do not buy these. You will be an alcoholic. They're really good, and they're 6%. I actually did not realize they were almost 6% until I just looked at it. So that makes a lot more sense why I feel like
I
this.
heard Jerry is packing. So that guy Warzone Unrated is actually my duo in Call of Duty. And
is he? You're packing what?
He knows I have a big one. You know what I mean?
I thought you were talking about a firearm.
Oh.
I was you live in New York. That's not legal.
It's not. It's on every corner, though.
It's 5 p.m. Relax. Buddy, we went to the beach at 2:00, and I started drinking beer. What do you want from me?
Let me tell you something. This is what I say all the time, and he's going to disagree with me. Eli is an alcoholic. He drinks every single day. Every day this guy drinks. But he refuses to accept that he's an alcoholic.
So my beverage of choice with dinner is a Coors Light or some light beer. I do have a couple beers a day usually. Once a month maybe I will drink beer to the point that I feel it, right? I don't usually drink these. I'm telling you, right? I'm not an alcoholic. If I had these all the time, I would be. They're delicious. They're very strong. Don't buy them.
You're also 112 pounds. You shouldn't be drinking at all.
I weighed in at 150.7, I think, last
150?
week. Yep. Putting on dude, I've been eating a lot. I've been eating a lot. I have to eat over 4,000 calories to stay above 155. I've done it. I've got up to 165 before, 162 actually, sorry. If I have 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day for 2 or 3 weeks, I will go from 148 to 150-ish all the way up to 160 to 165.
I can't picture you at 165.
I've been at 160. I've been as high as 162. I was lifting weights every day in my basement and having between 4,000 and 5,000 calories a day. And
what were they, inflatable weights?
Dude, my metabolism is insane, and I know, you're complaining about being skinny all the time. I've been scrawny my entire life, and I've been made fun of for being scrawny my entire life. I feel like I get to talk a little bit about it. I have to eat between 4,000 and 5,000 calories a day to weigh more than 150 pounds. That's insane, and I'm 6 feet tall.
All right, you're already late. Let's start talking about baseball.
It was, chat, real quick. It was my fault for being late. It was 5:27, and I was outside with the kid, and I was like, "Hey, your show starts in 3 minutes." It's 3. Are you sure? Here we are, dude. Just talk baseball. Listen, if you guys are pissed off about this and not getting the games yet, we got plenty of time, and you're pissing me off. 4,000 calories, yeah, really hard. It's not easy.
You just intimidated the whole chat. I'm sure they're all scared. They're shivering.
If a bunch of people go hit the like button right now, we can start talking about the baseball games if you want. We're at 32. I haven't asked one time for likes. We're at 32 already.
has 2 beers and he gets beer balls. It's unbelievable.
Shout out to Easton. Showed up for work today. That's great. I'm not having to do everything, so we do like that. Let's talk about the first game before chat. Like all leaves, we do actually appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for giving us your time. Heavyhittermedia.net/Discord. Sign up for the Discord. Red Sox, Marlins, Cutter Crawford, Valente Bellozo. Sound if you take the ELL out, his last name is Bozo. So that's a little weird. Making his debut, I think.
No, he's not.
Okay, well, no bet for me here, but if you told me you're betting on Rafael Devers, I would say that's a really good bet, but no bet for me.
So I'm not betting on this game. I can't take you serious right now. It's unbelievable. Bellozo actually looks really good. So he's going to be an intriguing player because everybody knows how much I like a pitcher's pitcher, which is what I like to call him, which is like the Marcus Stroman type, the guy that doesn't throw high velo but can pitch. This kid throws 4 pitches and he can throw them in any count. He's going to be a very, very effective. He's probably never going to be an ace, but he's going to be a very good number 2, number 3 pitcher, I think, for a long time. Obviously, Bellozo came from Houston, went to the Marlins. There was a connection with the vice president, whatever it was. Anyways, they really wanted this kid bad. Now he's in the big leagues, and he looks like he's going to be a pain in the ass to bet offense against because he's not going to strike a lot of guys out, but he's going to get a lot of weak contact, and he's going to pitch. So I'm going to stay away from this game. Obviously, like you said, Devers is hitting the piss out of the ball. Durant is hitting the piss out of the ball. But I just think Bellozo is going to be a hard guy to get home runs off of in his duration as a major league pitcher. But he's only going to go about 5 innings. I think his cap is around 80 pitches. I think he pitched 72 pitches his first start, went 5 innings, only gave up 2 hits, only 2 strikeouts. So it's exactly what I'm talking about. He's not going to strike a lot of guys out. He's going to get a lot of weak contact, and he's going to be a pain in the ass. So I am going to stay away from this game.
The Marlins just have a bunch of young pitchers who could pitch. That's just what it is. It's pretty crazy. I don't know how old this guy is, but you probably haven't heard of him.
He's 24.
He pitched for the Marlins, and he's good. He's solid. He's like, or imagine like Jordan Montgomery if he had like better stuff. Everything Jerry was saying is correct there. Easton, can you do me a favor? Copy the YouTube link into the announcement channel of Discord and at everyone. And then when it says, are you sure you want to notify 900 people or whatever, just say yes. Add everyone with the Discord, say like live now, please. Or sorry, with the YouTube link. Tom and Jerry said, there was a question. Eli, can you please give us a drunk home run parlay? Look, I'm going to give you, I have a 4-leg parlay in for home runs. I did place it before I guess I maybe had like half a beer or something. RIP Bozo. Been waiting all day for this. Yeah, thank you. I said that about liking the video. We would start talking about baseball. We went from like 30 links to 73 real quick. Let's get that over 100. If we get that over 100, that would be cool. Like before like the second or third game. Rafael Devers is on one. He is. Everything he's hitting right now is going a really long way. I got 4 other looks that I looked tonight. That I like tonight. It's as simple as that. Rafael Devers is very dialed in. When you see Rafael Devers with a 40% fly ball rate and an average exit velocity of 92.6 in his last 5, 4 home runs in his last 5 games, that's insane. The number's not great.
Wait, Ryan Nelson got scratched? Interesting.
Did he really? Mantiply starting over. Is he opening or is he actually? Did Nelson get scratched? Conrad. Teoscar was I got 4 bets in. Teoscar was number 6 or 7 probably on my list today, with Rafael Devers being like 5 or 6. Is Mantiply opening or is he actually starting and Nelson was scratched? I don't think it really changes anything for me, but that is an interesting thing that happened. Something we should talk about.
He's opening. Okay. So it doesn't really change much. He's probably not going to even face him. He's probably going to face Nelson his first at bat.
Devers 2 home runs worth a sprinkle. He has how many? He has 1 2-home run game on the season. So what I'll say is it's no matter what the number is, it's probably negative EV to the nerds. He's really dialed in right now. And as good as me and Jerry both think below Bios, how do you say it?
What?
Valente
Bellozo?
Okay.
Say with a Y.
Okay. As good as me and Jerry both think he is, he's 24 years old. He can have an off night. That pesky pool is not very far away from home plate. And Rafael Devers can absolutely hit 2 home runs out tonight. I don't know what the number is. Like I said, he's only done it once this season, so it's definitely negative EV, quote unquote. Coming in after, so you open it, you gotta get us open. Devers is very streaky. Devers is very streaky. He has 4 home runs in his last 5. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Beyotho. Is it Yotho? Beyotho? Where's he from?
I guess I don't know. I said it says Beozo. The announcers say Beozo. So
okay, my mouse is doing that thing again, and I'm gonna lose it. I'm going to lose it. I did this thing this morning, where I didn't factor in starting pitchers, which I'm gonna do eventually. But I looked at ballpark, so I looked at visiting teams in each ballpark, not accounting for the home team, because I think that skews things one way or the other. Like the Dodgers hit a lot of home runs, so looking at the number of total home runs hit in Dodger Stadium is a little bit skewed to the Dodgers side. Same thing with Coors Field. The Rockies stink. I have this next game. We're talking about the White Sox and the Guardians as one of the best home run game tonight for the Dinger Tuesday promo. I have it as a must bet because I have it over 4.5 home runs in this game. Like visiting teams in Cleveland are hitting a lot of home runs. Do with that what you will. The Guardians are hitting a lot of home runs at home and on the road. So this is a high value game for me as far as the Dinger Tuesday promo goes. And I do have a bet here. Do you have one?
Yes.
What is it?
So Chris Flexen, we go over this every time it's Dinger Tuesday. He's not a good pitcher. He hasn't really been a good pitcher since that first year he came back from Japan and went to Seattle, and he looked like he was going to be a middle rotation starter, very solid. And then he fell off a cliff again. Obviously, he's getting torched by lefties. It was a hard decision between J-Ram or Josh Naylor. Naylor looks like he's coming back around. Obviously, he hasn't hit a home run, I think, in 10 days, 11 days, something like that. It's one of the longest gaps that he's had without a home run this season so far. So Naylor's trending back up. Obviously, we know what he can do. I'm going to just take the easy play for me, in my eyes, is Josh Naylor plus 340.
Got flexing at 400 WOBA against lefties. And yeah, you're right. That first year he was back. The Mariners' first 5 money line when he was pitching was always plus money. And that year it was I played it like it was almost like an auto bet. He's been awful since, pretty much. Ends up on the south side of Chicago, which is they're having a rough time as a whole. I'm actually going with a White Sox player. It's a guy that I bet on a lot. I think there's a chance he's made me more money than anybody else in baseball.
Lubob?
You guys already know what's coming. Carrasco, we've talked a lot on this show about him being able to keep the ball in the ballpark. 3 home runs in his last 4 starts. Luis Robert, when he's dialed in like this, there's not very many players in baseball that I would rather have on my baseball team if I was going to start one. Carrasco's given up a lot. I've got Luis Robert at almost 6 miles an hour faster average exit velocity in his last 3 games than on the season. 200 mile an hour fly balls in his last, let's see, 3 or 5, I forget. He's hitting the ball hard because he always hits the ball hard, and he's plus 300 or something for a home run. I do have a lot of chalk tonight, I'll be honest with you guys. Last Tuesday, it was like somebody tweeted out a picture like, are we overthinking this? And it was the top 10, like of the top 10, 15 home run leaders across the league, like 2/3, 3/4 of them went yard. So I'm on some chalk tonight, to be honest with you. Luis Robert is the play for me here. I did have Jose Ramirez written down. For those of you that are interested in that information, I think Naylor is also a solid pick here. I do think we see 4 or 5 home runs in this game. I do. Parlay Science that posted that? I feel like the delay is less in the chat. Usually it's like 60 seconds. I feel like I'm seeing the chat respond to things we say a lot quicker. So that's cool. Jeremy hitting 345 with 4 home runs in his last 7. Yeah, Jose Ramirez is very good at baseball. One of the best hitters, especially accounting for being a switch hitter. Yeah, he's unbelievable. And he's always a good bet, especially with a guy like Chris Flexen out there. I'm on Luis Robert, Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor. I think are all solid bets here. Like I said, I think we do have 4 or 5 home runs in this game. I think it's a great Dinger Tuesday play. Play somebody here. Pick one of those 3, and I think you'll end up feeling good. Luke Bob and Naylor for 2 each. That seems a little unlikely. Yeah, maybe the 1-800-GAMBLER might be for you. I don't know. You might have a problem, but let's move on. Jerry, you feeling good, man? Oh, I wanted to show you about this. Look at this vintage koozie we found at the cabin, dude. Indianapolis 500 koozie. This thing is like a quarter of an inch thick. Throw this can of beer. Well, this cabin has been in my wife's family since like the 50s. And yeah, we found it here. You throw this can in the fireplace, like with a roaring fire, this thing is going to be cold for like at least 4 minutes. You know what I mean? This thing is legit. I love it.
Did you take your Adderall today?
Both of them.
You took both?
Took both of them.
Because you're
Cardinals.
you're losing focus. You're going off the rails right now.
Leave me alone. Cardinals, Pirates, Kyle Gibson, Mitch Keller. No bet for me here. I will say O'Neal Cruz was very interesting, but I did not play it. Do you have anything here?
Just doesn't seem like a good game for the Dinger Tuesday promo. I mean, Mitch Keller has been phenomenal at home. It's just a stay away game for me.
Luis Robert is leading off.
Well, that's an extra at bat for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Fangraphs that tracks what guys do in each batting position. That's interesting. Alcoholics Anonymous over here talking about Gamblers Anonymous.
I don't think Lou Bob's ever going to change his approach no matter where he's
at. That's kind of what I was thinking as well. O'Neal Cruz was very interesting to me. Kyle Gibson right at 1.0 home runs per 9 innings. Not a great matchup here. Not a great ballpark, but O'Neal Cruz is an alien if you need something to play in this game. Sean Manaea and the Mets. DJ Hers and the Nationals. Also, no bet for me here. JD Martinez was scratched, apparently. So that's a little tough for Mets fans. Just hyper-focused on a lot of things. That is exactly correct. That is exactly what I deal with. Trent's no dinger Tuesday picks include Santander, Olsen, Melendez. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed that. I mean, has he hit one of those all year? It's pretty much guaranteed that one of those
probably
guys
gonna hit a home run.
Yeah, I have another guy in that game. JD Martinez was a little interesting, even though he got scratched. Pete Alonso was a little interesting. Mark Vientos is like negative money to hit a home run. He's also very interesting. I have no bet in this game.
I don't give a shit how bad the odds are. Now, mind you, Vientos was earlier in the season every game a plus 500 or better odds guy. The books have caught on. He is hitting the absolute shit out of the baseball right now. I think even the double that he hit yesterday was like 108 miles an hour. And we talked about it last year when we had a show together that Vientos was brought into this lineup to murder left-handed pitching. That's what he did in the minors. That's why he got called up. And he's doing it this year. He's hitting lefties hard, and he's getting a bad lefty here. There's just no way I don't give a shit that it's plus 290. I do think there'll be at least 3 home runs in this game. We'll get some money back at minimum. But Vientos is just hitting the ball so hard. He's locked in right now. And you get a bad lefty in the mound. It's a brainless play.
I have this game at 3.2 home runs tonight. No play for me here. Yeah, Vientos got into my head. Would be the play. He's really dialed in. He's hitting everything really hard. Let's keep moving to Reds, Yankees. Graham Ashcraft, Luis Heel. I saw it mentioned that Luis Heel is kind of fell off. Listen, he's gone against the Dodgers, who are very good at baseball, the Orioles, who are very good at baseball, and the Mets, who are at least surging right now. They might be good. I don't know. In 3 of his last 4 starts, the other start was in Fenway, I think, against the Red Sox when they were playing pretty well as well. Yes, he's had three of his last 4 outings have been pretty rough. I still think he's really good. This Reds lineup has been struggling a little bit. If you're telling me you bet on Elly De La Cruz, I'm not going to tell you that's a bad bet. I would be out on the Reds. I haven't seen enough of a regression here from Luis Heel to let me, kind of fully fade him. I actually have no bet in this game yet. Actually, I just remembered. I'm going to play. Do you have a bet here? You go first.
I do. My buddy Unrated said Ben Rice. He's going to hit one very soon, probably today. But I'm going to take the odds. I mean, getting Elly De La Cruz on that tiny little league ballpark with that short porch. I mean, Heel has been very good this season, and he's hit a bump in the road. He's not throwing a lot of strikes. He's walking a lot of guys. That's the one thing that concerns me is he's not throwing a lot of strikes, right? Elly De La Cruz has been chasing some pitches. But it could work advantageously because he could end up in a 3-1 count where he has to get a fastball. If Ellie's sitting on a fastball, forget it. That ballpark is not big enough to hold him in there. So you're going to give me plus 500 for Elly De La Cruz. I'm 100% going to take it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. And if Luis Gil is who he has been in three of his last four, that's an outstanding bet. Ben Rice was mentioned. I have Ben Rice and Trent Grisham both written down today, and this was before I had any beer today. Ben Rice, I don't think he has a home run this season. He's plus 500. So that's kind of annoying. And I'm looking at I'm not looking at FanDuel here because if you want a FanDuel play here, I mean go with Aaron Judge, go with Juan Soto. Those are always good picks, to be honest with you guys. I'm on DraftKings here because I think their promo is also a must play. I think it's actually, it's a lot lower risk than FanDuel. It's a lot lower potential reward. But 50 cents per home run is you're almost absolutely getting more in bonus bets back than you're going to risk if you only bet $10 on a home run. So I think that's better for a longer shot, higher odds guy. And I had, like I said, I had Ben Rice written down. I had Trent Grisham written down. I definitely lean Rice, but Ben Rice only being plus 500 without a home run this season is crazy. And Easton Rice or Grisham, what do you think? Yep. All right. Easton says Rice. So we're putting $10 on Ben Rice to hit one out at plus 500. And I am going to apply the promo there. I just don't think it makes sense if you're using. I think the DraftKings is a must play. And I don't think it makes sense, especially when their odds are generally worse than FanDuel, to play somebody that's even in the plus 300s range. I think this is a good time to use, whoever you like that you wouldn't normally bet $25 on. I think that's where this DraftKings promo comes in.
Jose De La Rosa said the De La Cruz brothers parlay. Listen, Jose, you racist. The De La Cruzes are not brothers. They're not related. Just because they're both Spanish doesn't mean they're related. You're racist.
I'm going to be honest. I definitely thought we talked last year about them being related.
They're not related.
I believe
Brian De La Cruz and Ellie De La Cruz are not related.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay. I could have swore last year we talked about them being related.
No, they're not. It was a rumor because people
are racist.
Think that all Spanish people are related somehow. Are me and MJ Melendez related because we're from the same village in Puerto Rico and we have the same family last name? No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Worth a check. Houston Astros, Toronto Blue Jays, Spencer Arrighetti, Jose Berrios. Jordan Alvarez is really good at baseball. George Springer is hot. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. might still be hot. He also might be cooling off. I don't know for sure. I don't have a bet in this game. Do you?
What game?
Astros Blue Jays, man. I'm trying to take a drink of beer out of my awesome.
Brett Smith, all right? Mind your business. We're not going to talk about last year's rumors and what I talked about, all right? You jerk. Why are you bringing up old past mistakes that I made?
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate you. I thought this was like a super vintage koozie. It says 2007, so it's not as old as I thought.
Unrated. I'm never telling you anything in confidence again, you fucking bully. What game is this again? The Astros?
Yeah, you don't speak Spanish?
Fuck you.
You actually don't? That's a legitimate question.
Listen, let me tell you something. When you're born and raised in Brooklyn and you're Puerto Rican, there's like a 50-50 chance that you don't speak Spanish. I'm just being completely honest with you. You can curse everybody out. You can understand a lot of Spanish, but you just can't speak it. It's so stupid. I'm so mad at my parents for not teaching me. My grandparents didn't even speak English, and somehow I still didn't learn Spanish. It's a long story.
So I took 4 years of Spanish in high school. I took 3 years in college. What are the odds that I speak Spanish better than you?
Very slim.
Okay. I will say my wife was actually born in Germany. Her sisters were born here, but lived most of their early life in Germany. We all went to they went to elementary school where I graduated from high school, which is very like redneck, white trash area. They got made fun of so much in like preschool, kindergarten, first grade for being able to speak German that they basically like shut it off in their brain. So that's America for you, I guess. I love America. I love America. America's the greatest country in the world. We can all agree that it could always be better.
Yeah. Do you know the national anthem by heart?
I do.
Okay. I'm not. I don't want you to sing it. You're drunk. I should never said. You probably would end up singing it right now. Do you have a bet in this game?
Do you know what game we're talking about? Is the real question.
The Astros and the Blue Jays.
I do not have a bet in that game, sir. Do you?
Every Dinger Tuesday, I go for a long shot. Right?
Sure.
I'm probably going to be the only person on the planet on this guy tonight. And I'm okay with that. Joey Loperfido is an Italian guy, right? No. He's an Italian guy. Nice guy. Tons of power. Anyways, did not make it up. So it's a real weird situation in Houston. This kid is actually a really, really good prospect. He has a ton of power, athleticism. He's like 6'3", 225. I think he's going to end up replacing Singleton in this lineup, maybe in this team. I think Singleton's replaceable. They need to get this kid at first base full time. He played his first inning at first base against the Mets because Singleton got pinch run for, and he saved the game with a great play at first. There's a logjam right now in the outfield for the Houston Astros. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be one of the kids. We're going to look back on this. He's going to get more playing time, steady playing time, and he's going to be a power threat in his lineup, and you're not going to see him at plus 900. I got the fire department because I'm on fire right now because I'm going to hit this bet. That's how true it is. But like I said, he saved the game versus my Mets with a great play at first base. I think he is going to end up replacing Singleton at first to get steady playing time. So coming off the momentum, he didn't play yesterday on that travel game that they had in Toronto. So he's playing his first game since being the big hero. And what's better than for a young player than coming off that high, coming off that confidence of basically saving the game for your team. And he's going to get a chance to show his power. He wants steady at bats. He's young. So I think now's the time, especially when he's confident. Berrios obviously gives up a lot of home runs to lefties. The only thing I'm concerned about is Berrios is a different animal at home. He's very, very good at home. So that is the risky part of this bet. He's given up a home run at home in the last 2 or 3 starts in a row, but he does look a lot more dominant there. So we'll see. It's plus 900. I don't think we're going to see this price going forward, especially if he starts looking like he did in the minors, which was one of the best power hitters in AAA.
Jerry betting on a guy that hit 1 fly ball in June. I don't mind it, though. Plus 900 is a big number. Hayden Birdsong, ridiculous name, first of all. Kind of feel sorry for him. And the Giants in Atlanta, Reynaldo Lopez and the Braves. I also have this game as a must bet as far as the Dinger Tuesday promo goes. I have this one at 4.1 home runs. And I'm just running chalk again. You know, say what you want. I really wanted to get there on Adam Duvall. I didn't realize how much he's kind of fallen off this year. Maybe it's the inconsistent at bats. I don't know what it is. He hit 1 home run in June, and he has not hit a home run against a righty this year. I'm saying all that, and I'm not betting on him, so he's probably going to hit one out tonight at whatever, plus 500, plus 600, whatever it is. I also looked at Kelenic. Kelenic has been solid. He's been really solid against righties this year. 8 of his 9 home runs. 489 slugging percentage against righties. But I ended up just going chalk with Marcell Ozuna. Gonna get some MVP votes, even though he's cooled off a tad. And it's kind of been a while. Like, it's been June 22nd, his last home run. I think he's dialing it back in. He's back up to a 36% fly ball rate. His last 3 baseballs that he's made contact with have been over 100 miles an hour. Including a 101 mile per hour fly ball that was a double, 109 mile per hour grounder. That's really hard hit, even though it is a grounder. So I think he's down back in. I think Hayden Birdsong gets crushed on. I think you get 4 home runs in this game for the promo, and I like Marcell Ozuna, even though it's only like plus 280. What do you think?
Great play, buddy. I didn't even hear what you said.
All right. Do you have a bet?
No.
Okay, cool.
So who the hell said Loperfido's 6 foot, barely 6 foot or something like that? What are you talking about? It's like 6'2", 6'3".
I thought you made him up until right now, so I have no idea how tall he is. By the way, guys, this is you're hearing a lot of the analysis that goes into all of our picks. Heavyhittermedia.net/Discord, $25 per month. I'm working on a really cool Discord bot that does all of the arbitrage betting basically for you. Tells you anytime that you can bet both sides of a bet. and guarantee yourself like 2% or something. That you do need a big bankroll for it to matter a whole lot as far as bank account goes. But Braves suck. So I'm staying away. It'll for sure hit because of that good stuff. Thank you, Soler Power. Soler's been down pretty much on the season, right?
He's not been even close to what he did last season.
Yeah, I'm not used to Jorge Soler not showing up at all in the numbers I look at. His last game, he did have 107 and 111 mile an hour line drive. They were both doubles. Fly ball percent is still pretty low for him anyway. I need to see a little bit more. He does seem like he's a really streaky guy. When he goes for several games in a row. So I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense to try to be first on him. But yeah, Jorge Soler, if he finds it again, he's really good at baseball. I'm not going to tell you it's a bad bet. We don't need that from you. We don't need what from you, man? I'm a professional dinger picker. Oh, I'm talking about Discord bots, man. I think I am actually a professional dinger picker, but
he's from Philly. He's not 6'3". What? So what? The scouts are just fucking making up heights now. Oh, you're from Philly. No, you're going to give you an extra 3 inches on your scale, and we're going to make it up. Jesus Christ.
Tigers Twins. It's Tarek. It's Simeon Woods Richardson. Do you have a bet here? I have a bet.
I didn't even hear what game you're talking about. What do you say?
Tigers Twins.
I don't.
Okay.
Let me guess. You're going to go with chalk. You're going to go with freaking Royce or something.
I am not. It's a name you might think is chalk. He's plus 450, or was when I bet on him. Listen, Tarek is really good. I've said for a while now I'm not fading Tarek. In Minnesota, it's a little bit better. Tarek has given up 3 home runs in his last 2 starts. And Byron Buxton, I think, is still dialed in, even though he lost me some money on Sunday. And I'm betting on Byron Buxton at plus 450. I think it's a crazy number. I get it. Tarek is really good. I'm very high on Tarek. Plus 450 for Byron Buxton in the way that he's seeing the baseball and hitting the baseball right now is crazy. So give me all of Byron Buxton at plus 450, or he at least was a bit earlier. 100 or 4 100-mile-an-hour fly balls in his last 5 games. I think 5 is the most. And only one guy's done that. It's Brenton Doyle. There are only 4 other guys that can match that. It's Aaron Judge, George Springer, Rafael Devers, all guys that we've talked about betting on. I think all those guys are plus in the plus 300s, or Aaron Judge is under plus 200. So give me Byron Buxton and give me at plus 450. I think that's an easy bet. I think it's an easy bet, to be honest with you guys.
You know what I meant, Lewis? Stop busting my balls.
He busted his
measuring
balls.
Tape, not the scale. You know what I meant. You jerk, big bully.
Measuring tape. Do you say measuring tape in New York? I say tape measure.
It's the same shit.
I know. I find it very interesting how different parts of the country call things different. Like we talked about sheetrock and drywall. In Indiana, it's drywall. You know what I mean?
See, I'll say measuring tape. I'll say tape measure. It depends on how fast the wind is blowing, how sweaty I am. I don't know. It just depends. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll say one. Sometimes I'll say the other. There's no New York thing with that. It's just, God.
Tarek is crazy. I thought I was saying Tarek. Is it not Tarek? Tarek. I've heard it pronounced Tarek. I thought that was incorrect. I thought it was Tarek.
You're an uncultured swine. You don't even know white people's names.
I feel like I'm saying Tarek. Tar-ick, like pine tar, and then ick, like yuck. Pop or soda. I say Coke when I'm drinking a Coke. If I'm drinking a Mountain Dew, I say Mountain Dew. I don't really say pop or soda.
Isn't pop from like the 1930s?
I don't know. I've never understood that argument because like I never use either one of those terms. Like if I want a Mountain Dew, I'm going to say Mountain Dew. If I want a Coke, I'm going to say Coke. You know what I'm saying? If I want a root beer, I'm going to say root beer. I don't really drink anything else as far as, caffeinated beverages go, unless it's like, whatever. Tariq? Turok? I think you're all wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Tariq. Tariq Skubal. Jared, how do you say it? See, it's a lot of pronunciations typed out in chat. I'm pretty sure they're all wrong. Pretty sure it's Tariq. Leave me alone. Eli just yapping. What else is new, bud? Phillies, Cubs, Michael Mercado, Hayden Wesneski, Frisbee Slider. No bet for me.
We should have a bet in this game. I didn't bet it, though. I heard the wind is blowing out.
Yeah, Brandon Marsh is always an interesting guy on Tuesdays for me because his number is always pretty large, and I think he's I think he's a guy that has a lot of pop when he wants to. I think he decides to hit for contact a lot more, try to hit line drives. Without Schwarber, without Harper, I think they need a little bit more pop. I think we might see a little bit of a run here from Marsh. I think he's good. Cubs, I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't been able to get a good read on the Cubs team as a whole all season. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to force anything there, but nothing for me.
I took a shot on Clemens, I think Sunday, Cody Clemens. And I explained on the show why. He's hitting a lot of fly balls. He hasn't been barreling it up, but eventually he's going to barrel one up and he's going to hit a home run. So I'm not betting him again. That was a one-shot deal for me. Obviously, it's Dinger Tuesday, so betting on other things. But if you want to take a shot on Cody Clemens, I think it's coming. It's gonna happen this series.
Chart, you're telling me it's Tarek? There's no way it's Tarek. Isn't there a pronunciation button? Jordan Montgomery to the IL. That's tough. Tarek Skubal. Isn't there a button I can press somewhere that tells me how to pronounce it? Pronunciation. Okay, hit the button and it did nothing. Tariq. Google says Tariq. I don't think it's Tariq. I'm pretty sure it's Tarek. Your name?
Why? Because he's white, he can't be a Tariq.
I listened to.
Yeah, you're
I
nervous
listened
now.
to. Of course, shut up, man. Nervous is not that. It's anxious. It's anxiety. It's a problem.
I give this guy like 30 anxiety attacks every day. I love it.
I listen to a lot of local media stuff, and on the Locked On Tigers podcast, he pronounces it Tarek, and it's a guy that I trust. And like it, a lot of the Locked On Baseball MLB are awful. Like the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Padres is okay. The Astros, I literally won't listen to. Like a lot of them are bad. The guy that does, I forget his name. The guy that does Locked On Tigers is really good, and even in
Locked On Twins is good.
Locked On Twins is solid. The Reds one is pretty solid. The guy's voice is kind of annoying. Locked On Reds for the Reds, but the guy that does Locked On Tigers, I don't think he's going to be doing local stuff for long. Like I think he's legit. He's really really good. And he says Tarek. I'm pretty sure. So whatever, man.
He can't be a Tariq.
He can't. If that's his name, that's his name, Jerry. Shut the hell up. Pissing me off. Padres, Rangers, Dylan Cease, Nathan Eovaldi, I'm out because both these guys are good at pitching the baseball. Do you have a bet?
Guy's going to have a fucking anxiety attack by the end of the show.
This window's bright.
My goal, I don't care if the whole business goes under. My goal is to get Eli canceled by the end of this summer. I'm going to do it. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be an accidental. It's going to be innocent. But we're getting this fucking guy canceled. I promise you. At some point.
I won't get canceled because I'm a good person. Any ist or phobe you can think of?
Challenge accepted, my friend.
It's not me. You can doctor a video if you want.
No, it's gonna come out of your mouth. It's gonna be an accident, but it's gonna come out of your mouth.
My dads are fighting. That's funny.
We gotta hurry up.
My dads are fighting.
We're almost an hour. We're almost an hour into the show. Come on.
This window is bright, dude. Like I remember having this problem last time we were here. Like, look how much better the lighting looks on my face. Like when this is here, I gotta get we did the last show at noon or whatever, and it wasn't this bad. But like that's Lake Michigan right there, so the sun's setting over it. Hillbilly Indiana native. Come on, dude. I'm over this. I quit. Izzy, are you here? Can you take over my channel for a while? Rays, Royals. I have a bet here. Zach Little, Brady Singer. I'm betting on Salvador Perez. Yay.
Why are you betting on Salvador Perez? Because he's Spanish?
I forget. Hang on. I'll tell you. Give me a second. I got to remember. Hey, Salvador Perez really dialed in. Zach Little, not good. Not good against righties, not good against lefties. Salvador Perez, in his last, it wasn't yesterday because they didn't play yesterday. His last game on June 30th, 102.8 fly ball that did go out, 102 mile an hour grounder. The day before that, he had 105 mile per hour that fly ball that stayed in somehow. And his last fly ball before that was on 628, 106. Every time this guy hits a fly ball, literally half the time right now, it's going out. Zach Little likes to pitch the fly balls, and Salvador Perez very dialed in. I think he's going to hit one out. The number's pretty solid, although I thought it was going to be a little bit like plus 300. So give me that.
Good job, buddy. You did great. You did
No
great,
bet
sweetie.
here for you, I'm guessing.
No.
Okay, Dallas Keuchel, Brewers, Ryan Feltner, Rockies. I wanted to bet on Brenton Doyle. Michael Toglia was also interesting. In course field, you know, I don't know. I couldn't get all the way there. I like the other 4 better. I didn't want to go over 4 plays today on FanDuel. But Brenton Doyle, Michael Toglia, both very interesting to me, but no bet for me.
I mean, there's no shot I'm not betting. This is my 5th. Right?
Somebody
Yeah.
ban Waynes. I'm sorry. Somebody ban Waynes in the chat immediately.
Yeah, you're right, Wayne's. I got an 8-inch. He's lucky if he has 5. No, actually, make him a mod. Let's promote this guy. I like Wayne's.
I hate him.
There's no way
Never watched the show.
we're not fading Dallas Keuchel in the year 2024, the year of our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Hey, made real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you. 1 start. I've got him at 4.5 home runs per 9 innings. Obviously, that's 1 start of sample size. He gave up 2 home runs. 4.5 home runs per 9 innings is an insane thing to see.
I was mind blown when I saw this guy making his start, his last start. I didn't even know he was even an option to. I didn't even know he was on the team. I guess he was in the.
You remember when he was good? He used to be good.
Dallas Keuchel was one of the best ground ball pitchers I've ever seen.
He used to be really good.
In his prime, he was one of the best ground ball pitchers. He wasn't striking a lot of guys out, but he was a pain in the ass. Or like I said, a real pitcher's pitcher. This is what I appreciated about him. I liked him a lot. The guy is completely washed up. I mean, I guess they're just basking at straws right now. Is that even the saying? I have no idea.
Did you say basking at straws?
Isn't
That's
that
not
the saying?
Grasping.
What is
Grasping?
basking?
Basking is like you bask in like Chad, what is it like?
You don't
how
even
do you
know what it means, and you're fucking
I can use it in
correcting
a sentence. Like you're gonna bask in this success, or you're gonna like roll. I don't know. Think of like a dog rolling around in something it loves. You know, bask. Definition.
Basking. What?
Lie exposed to warmth and light, typically from the sun, for relaxation and pleasure. Revel in and make revel in and make the most of. He went on basking in the glory of his first book. You're thinking of grasping.
Well, how do you know that I don't mean basking in straws? Maybe I'm a big fan.
You might mean that, but that's not. You asked if that was a saying. It's not a saying. It's grasping at straws, you dumbass.
Maybe I have a little kiddie pool set up with just plastic straws all over the place, and I just like to bask in the straws. You don't know that, so why are you correcting me?
Because you asked me if that was a saying, and I told you no. Because it's not. It's grasping.
No, I was right.
Bask in the sun. Thank you, Sahika. Eli Bask. Shut the hell up, Brad. You're pissing me off now. You made me laugh earlier.
Brett, what do you do? Eli Bask.
Anybody that accuses me of being an alcoholic in chat is pissing me off.
You are an alcoholic. It's time for you to admit it.
Listen,
look at you. You're a mess. Look how you look.
This window is bright as shit. This window is super bright this time of day. Leave me alone. Eli is what us SoCal folks call sun drunk. Maybe. I mean, I had like 3 beers over 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Well,
but listen, on a serious note, I've been to a lot of funerals. Addiction is not a joke. Alcoholism is not a joke. Let's move on with our lives.
Don't fucking try to make it a serious subject. I'm still going to make fun of you about it.
You can. I just want chat to know. That's not a word. I just want chat to know.
Okay. You're an alcoholic. Anyway.
Do you have a bet in this game? Yes or no?
Yes.
Holy shit. You said you were fading Dallas Keuchel 20 minutes ago. I still don't know who you're betting on.
How many times are you going to interrupt me, you drunken fuck? Anyways, Ryan McMahon is going to hit a home run today. I'm not even going to talk about it. Ryan McMahon's hitting a home run today. Dallas Keuchel sucks. It's in Colorado. They're going to hit 5 home runs this game. We're going to get $25 back on our fucking promo. And that's it. Leave me alone.
Does Ryan McMahon have a home run against lefty all season? Yeah, he does. He has 5. Sorry. I apologize for that.
Yeah. Take it back.
He's reverse splitting this year. That's actually insane. I got McMahon at a 526 slug against lefties, a 425 against right. First of all, both numbers are outstanding. He does play half his games, of course, field, but I did not realize Ryan McMahon was not a reverse split this year. All right. I will stop making fun of that pick. Sounds solid. Angels, Athletics. It's in Oakland. Do we care about who's pitching? Do you care at all? I'm out.
No, I don't care.
Okay. Orioles, Mariners, Grayson Rodriguez, George Kirby. Very, very solid pitching matchup. kind of has a weird vibe to me. Like it might fly. I don't have a bet in this game. Kind of has a weird vibe to me that even though it has a good matchup, even though Mariners ballpark is not super hitter friendly. I mean, I've had Cal Raleig's name written down every day for the last 3 or 4 plus days. I don't think I bet him yet, and I don't think he's hit a home run in that span. Might be today for him. I've seen a lot of people on Gunner. Seen a lot of people on Santander. I'm not going to tell you any of those are bad bets, but I'm not betting on any of them personally.
I did bet Raleigh, I think, sometime over the weekend, but he is not going to be a bad bet at all. I just don't like being repetitive with the same guy over and over. So he is definitely going to hit a – he's going to go on a run. He's got to get rewarded for some of these shots that he's hitting, some of the exit velos. So
I think I would argue that betting home runs at times, I think you have to be repetitive because
the
numbers that we're seeing, like home runs are so even relatively speaking, are so rare in baseball. Numbers that we see, like I've gotten a lot of shit on Twitter last year. You bet this guy 4 days in a row. Okay, I won one of those times, and it was above plus 400 every time. Right, I made money. If we're seeing the numbers that we're seeing and we like it, it might not be today, it might not be yesterday, it might not even be tomorrow, but sometime in the near future, I think we're always going to be right. So don't be afraid to go back to back for chat. Jerry, these are things that I'm not telling you anything. But Grisham, Bichette, McMahon. Listen, I almost bet on Trent Grisham today. No Vinny P. Eli. No, I like Salvador Perez better today. I've never been able to get Vinny P right. Literally, I don't even think I've gotten his. I think I've had him in get a hit parlays. Literally just one hit when he's batting like 400 against righties, and I can't get it right. I can't even get that right for him. So I'm out. Don't listen to my Vinny P bets. But me not betting on him, it definitely increases the chances of hitting home runs on it. Like the home run bot guy on isn't that like every day?
Every day.
Doesn't he bet on Pete Alonso every day?
Every single day. And it cracks me up.
Hey, I think his number is usually in like above plus 400, right? He's hitting a decent amount of home runs. It's not a bad bet.
He's not hitting a lot of home runs.
He's not. Weather in KC. What's the weather? I thought it was okay. What is it, KC? Listen, I think Salvador Perez is so dialed in right now. I don't really care. Oh, 72% chance of rain, likely to be delayed or rained out. If they play, it's a 13-mile-an-hour wind blowing out. So I like that. Kind of negates some of that big ballpark. Been a 3-person.
What about Bobby? Bobby has not really been hitting the ball that hard.
He's cooled off.
He's definitely cooled off.
We got like one game left?
Yep.
D-backs, Dodgers, Ryan Nelson, Bobby Miller. I saw somebody mention Teoscar Hernandez earlier. I like that bet. I have him written down. I can show my whole list if you guys want. But he is the last name I had written down here. So I don't mind that bet at all, but I didn't bet on it. Good chance Teoscar Hernandez hits one out tonight, Jesus.
The Dodgers are a team that I can't personally get right.
They're so good. They're so good, but I can't. I mean, other than Ohtani.
It's like I had the same problem with the Orioles. It's the top slugging teams in the league I cannot get right. There'll be 3 guys in the lineup that hit a home run every night, and I'm on the wrong guy. And you're not getting a good price from most of these guys anyway. So, what'd you get Teoscar at?
I didn't bet him. I can use the odds bot in our Discord real quick if you want and tell you what the best line is for him.
So you're done, right? You already gave out your 4 picks.
Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez. 460? Holy shit. We might have to bet Teo. He's 460 on Caesar. You get a boost coin. You get that up to, it's like what, 33 or 25%? You get it above plus plus 600?
I'll tell you what. I'm going to wait. If I hit 2 of my 5 picks, I'll throw another 25 on the nightcap. I'm
in. I might be in for 1. If I go one of 4.
If you go 1, yeah. I have 5, so I'm going to go 2.
I guess I have 5, so I would need to get 2 of the 5 total because
you have 5.
You include the draft, I got 4 on FanDuel and the dude. Do you have a draft? Did you use the DraftKings one? You've got 14 minutes until it expires. You should use the DraftKings one. Like it doesn't make sense to not use the DraftKings one.
What time? Explain that promo because I rarely go on DraftKings.
It's a $10 minimum on literally any home run. You can play a guy at plus 2,000, whatever. And it's 50 cents on the entire night for every home run that's hit. So unless there's less,
you said Ben Rice, right?
That's what I use it on.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
if there's 20 home runs for the entire night, all 30 teams are in action. If there's 20 home runs across all of MLB tonight, you get your $10 back in bonus bets. It's a must play. Like as far as like ROI or whatever, it's way better than FanDuel because you can easily lose money. Like it's very, very hard to lose money on DraftKings if you only place a $10 bet. Like I had $18. I missed last week and I had $18 in bonus bets, and I placed one $10 wager on a home run. It does not make sense to not use the DraftKings one.
All right.
Teoscar Hernandez is who I was talking about, 460. That was on Caesars. I do think they're doing their boost coins. I think it's 25% there. So you're going to get plus 115. So you're going to get 575 on Caesars, djanalytics.com/Caesars. You can bet $25 on that. And then if it loses, you get that back in bonus bets. $20. Yeah, it depends. So on draft, like my actual wager amounts are very low, right? Because I pretty much only bet plus money. So DraftKings probably sees that I bet, a max of $20, $25. And they say, yeah, your minimum is $10 and you get 50 cents per. Some people I've seen that.
My minimum is 15. Minimum.
And is it 75 cents per?
50 cents.
Really? That's interesting. I wonder if I messed up.
Well, I literally verbally trash their book every day, so.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. I had $10 minimum. I do think New York sometimes gets shafted because of the taxes sportsbooks have to. Like, I think in New York, it's literally a 50% tax on revenue for sportsbooks. So I think your promos are generally worse.
All right. We have 12 minutes till the first game. Let's do a recap.
Okay, me first or you?
I said it, so you go first.
Okay, I'm betting on Luis Robert Jr. Easton's going to put it back up for you here in just a second. Luis Robert Jr., $25 on all of these things that I'm about to say real quick. Luis Robert Jr. plus 320. Marcell Ozuna plus 285. Marcell Ozuna from the Braves plus 285. Byron Buxton plus 450. That's just a silly number. Salvador Perez plus $310 to win 3,500. I did round robin that by 3. I got $25 on each of them straight for the FanDuel, obviously, Dinger Tuesday promo. I have all of those games projected at 3.5 home runs or higher. Actually, I have 4.1 in the Braves game, 4.8 White Sox, 3.8 Kansas City. What am I missing? Tigers, Twins. I have it 3.5. So I think we're going to get a lot of bonus money playing these 4. I did round robin by 3, played them all straight, parlayed them all 4 together, and then I put $10, whatever the minimum is, whatever your minimum is on DraftKings for their promo. It's a must use, I think. I put $10 on Ben Rice at plus 500. And that's all I got for tonight.
No, I'm just curious. Are you a high wager gambler? I want to know how that system makes that, because he has a $50 minimum but $2 per home run.
Got it. So I think absolutely average wager amount goes into it. It's probably the primary thing. It probably also varies by state. Like I said, some states taxes are crazy on sportsbooks. New York.
I don't think I've put more than $25 on a single wager on DK in 2 years. So
same for me.
My 5 for today is
real quick.
Jesus Christ.
I do apologize. Does DK cap at least last week, and from what I'm seeing, there's no cap on DraftKings. So DraftKings, like I said, I bet $10. I lost the bet last week. I got $18 in bonus bets because there were 36 home runs hit at 50 cents per. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead. I do apologize. I just want to get
Naylor or Ohtani. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am betting on Josh Naylor as one of my picks. My first pick is actually Josh Naylor. Is your little brother gonna put this on the screen? He did. Very good, Easton. I'm so proud of you. Josh Naylor, Mark Vientos, Ellie De La Cruz, Joey Loperfido, and Ryan McMahon. I'm going a little crazy. I'm betting on 5 different guys today, but I think as long as I always usually hit 2 out of the 4 or the 5. So we'll see how this goes today. If I hit 2, we're winning some good money. If I hit 3, I did round robin it by 3 and 4. I won't be rich, but maybe I'll order a steak.
Real quick, questions are coming in as far as should I do the DraftKings promo? My minimum is this. My per home run is this. Let me real quick run the numbers here. So whatever your hang on, let me do a sum of just all home runs. So the worst Dinger Tuesday that we have had this season was 22 home runs.
That low? Holy shit.
Yeah,
I thought it
April
was
16th.
26.
April 16th. So in that case, I think if you're a $25 minimum or $20 minimum and a $2 per, that would be the only Tuesday this year when you have not gotten at least your wager amount back in bonus bets. So you just run the numbers real quick. In June, I'll give you the June numbers: 35 home runs on Tuesdays, 35, 33, 29, 33. Right. So
You're going to make your money back.
You can account for your roughly 30-ish plus home runs on Tuesdays. The worst number was 29 on June 11th. That's just the June numbers. So if your minimum is $20, you're getting $2 per. Put your $20 in. Put the minimum in. Use it on a longer shot.
What was the highest? 39.
35. The last, the most recent Tuesday in June, and there was a 41 home run day. There's been 240. There's been three days over 40, 41, 41 on Tuesdays. Kind of crazy. May 7th, May 21st, and April 30th. I might have to that, but that doesn't sound right. That might be wrong. But yeah. I mean, run the math real quick. As long as if we account for 30 home runs tonight, you're going to at least get your wager amount back. I think it's a must play, and I think it's going to be probably better than that. It seems like a really good promo. We'll see if they keep it up. I think that's the show. We both recapped. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here and I go eat some tacos?
You sober up?
I got a brand new beer right here, but it's an irrelevant
Unbelievable.
question.
He just doesn't stop. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Sorry that my partner wasn't in his best form, but
Believable.
It's okay. We love him anyway, right? I think.
That is a good point. DraftKings, you do have to use whatever your bonus bet is. You do have to use that all at once. And FanDuel, you can split it up however you want. So that's a little bit of a negative. Any other closing thoughts from you? I'm going to close it up and go eat.
I'm going to go 5 for 5 today. And I'm going to be rich. And I'm never coming to the show again.
You'll be here Friday, 5:30, because you're going to realize, you know what? A few $1,000 really doesn't do that much to improve my life in the long term.
True.
I believe you, Adam. I think you get your bonus bets if your pick hits, if you win your bet. I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure it does. Anyway, that's the show. We'll see you Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on the channel. Please like the video if you have not already. If you are not subscribed, we're closing in on 1,000. heavyhittermedia.net/discord. That URL is in the description. If you want to join our Discord, we're making a lot of money in the last couple months. It's actually crazy. Jerry is hot now, which is like hell froze over. It's Jerry winning bets and not me. It is what it is. We'll see you Friday. Thank you, Jerry. Great show out of you. Thank you, Easton. Great production out of you. Be nice to each other. Good luck.